top year 7. They were better than me at 11 years old. So I had to like delegate all in. I'm like, fine. So who knows what to do? What one of the students. I just wonder if anybody was watching this, you said this is the state of the national curriculum. This guy is barely new. He's teaching arts lessons. No, I say that the rest of it.
Good morning, everyone. God bless. God bless. God bless. Just passing Failsworth Industrial Society Limited. Nice looking building. What the fuck's the Industrial Society? Must be about cotton mills and industrial things like that. But we're in Failsworth. So Oldham are delaying the CSE review. There's already been some leaked pages of it, and it's unfortunate, and it's fortunate that Big John's got copies of the leaked pages, but I can't say anything yet. But I will agree with the papers that Oldham Council and the police have got a lot to answer for and a lot of apologies to make. So yeah, I'm in Failsworth. Thought I'd come down, meet up with the trolls, which who never come out. I'm here quite regular every other week. Won't be hard to find me right like that. I'll put it this way. Old road. So I don't know if you've noticed my title, but it says NHPUK, and I just want to let people know a couple of things, right? To the ignorant scumbags who still say things, my party is a National Housing Party, United Kingdom. That is my party, and I am the party leader. If you want to go and look at the electoral applications list, you'll certainly see the details there. And we're waiting for the OK, then I'll be a bona fide political party. Not Britain First, not Pride of Oldham and Saddleworth, not Failsworth Independence. Mine is the NHPUK. That is my party, and I am the party leader. So I'm the party leader. Let me just tell you a bit about my party. We believe, you know, that Britain is a Christian-based country. On that belief that we don't want any more mosque building or other religious temples other than churches. With plenty of churches in England to do up and stuff like that. So I mean, no more religious buildings of anything except for Christianity. That's going to be in our manifest. We're not forcing anyone thing, but we're not funding Islamic or Jewish faith schools, unregistered faith schools. We're not giving taxpayers' money to this load of shit that we have to deal with. Not doing it. In Oldham, there's money been thrown into the Bangladeshi and Pakistani community that's been wasted. It's well talked about. Raja's talked about it. Pride of Oldham and Saddleworth go on about it. Everyone in Oldham goes on about it, but no one does nothing because 90% of the whiteys, yes, whiteys in Oldham are politically correct. You don't say anything because you don't want to upset somebody because they're a different colour, even if they've raped you. And what else are we going to do? Anybody who's an illegal will be arrested and locked up in a detention centre until they sort the paperwork to go back to where they came from. We're having no more asylum seekers or refugees. You can say what you like of those that shouldn't be having these. They're committing honour violence. They're going around with machetes chopping people up for silly reasons. We're not having it. No more. For one citizenship. We're not having any Emma Radicus who've got dual citizenship. We're not having anybody who has dual citizenship. You pick one or the other. If you're from Pakistan, you've got Pakistani and English citizenship. You've got to pick one. That's absolutely fair. You've got to pick one. You've got to pick one. That's how we're going to do it in my party. So I'm not aligned with anyone else. I do know people. I just want to get you that. And like I said, my party's coming out soon. We've got a logo, descriptions, and we are the NHPUK. We want people to stand up and run in local elections. So I'm at the poll now. You and Stuart, I know you live in Burnage, but if you can get over here, we'll be here for about an hour. You'd want to call me out. What did you call me? You called me a shit bag. That's what you called me. Shit bag, what for? I've never come up across you or anything. I don't want to fight anybody, but if you're going to call me names like that, you better be able to back yourself up, mate. Honestly, don't look big in front of all women because you can say a couple of names and think you know anything about me. You don't know nothing about me, pal. You do not know nothing about me. Lucy Gregg, I don't even know if you're a woman. And like I said before, if you've got kids, you're a nasty piece of work, you. I won't like my kids growing up with a mum like that anyway. But yeah, I'm at Failsworth Poll for an hour. Anyone wants to come and down and have a chat, I'll be here. I'm not going to show anyone any aggression, but if you think you can come down here and swear at me and all that lot, then you've got another thing coming. You really have got another thing coming. I don't threaten anybody. I don't put any threats out to anyone. I call you out. And Lucy thought that I was threatening her when I said I'm going to come down to Failsworth Poll. Didn't threaten you, my love. Did not threaten you one little bit. If I threatened you, I think you probably move off Facebook. If I properly threatened you, I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm not a 2-year-old kid, me. And I don't call people names because they might have a big nose or anything like that. I just don't. If you can show me where I've copied, pasted anyone's private information, where I've doxed anybody, just get it up and show me. But what you'll find is I don't do shit like that because I'm more grown up. I'm a man, me. I can do things responsible. I don't have to go to social media calling people names. I don't have to do that, me. I'm more grown up. I'm grown up. Yeah, I'm grown up. Those who call names and all that, you little squeak heads, honestly. But you're full of you're full of farts. That's what you are. You're full of farts. But yeah, so I'm down here, Failsworth. I'm gonna head up to Hollins in a bit. So the CSE review is going to be delayed. And Big John's got Big John's managed to get hold of X amount of pages of the review, the leaked review. So I'm not going to say anything. The only thing I'm going to say is whatever the papers say about apologies and off the council and the police, I totally agree. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. I'll accept these apologies and stuff like that. But for the maximum, I want people to be convicted for failure of protecting these girls, which never happens. I want to see a copper or a council member go through the courts to do with this child sexual exploitation review. But unaccountability is the Labour Party special unaccountability. They get away with everything. They get away with murder. So that's the Labour Party for you. But yeah, so I'm in Failsworth, down at the poll for an hour. So the CSE review's out. Well, it's been delayed. And I can say that somebody connected to it all is already talking with the Sky News and the big newspapers about the story. And that's as much as I can say. I can't say anything else without getting myself in a little bit of trouble. But I'm not going to. I've got to study and read the information I've got and try and make some sense out of it, because it's not all of it, it's only part of it. And it's come through about, I don't know where it's come from, tell you the truth, don't know who it's come from originally, but I have got that stuff. So I'll go through it and I'll make my own analysis, and maybe when the review comes out I'll analyse it then. I'll go through what I've learned, but I'm agreeing with the moment. I'm agreeing with all the anything you might see about it. I'm agreeing that there's apologies. People got to accept responsibility. There's going to be serious apologies and failings from the police and Oldham Council, and so that's coming up. So yeah, I'm in Failsworth. An hour here before we head back up to Hollins. I want some picture. I need a few pictures took. I have to show you what I've got on today. Anna. My brogues, my scarf. I look the part. Councillor John. Yeah. So what did you and Stuart say? Oh yeah, I'll sort the shit bag out. I know everything about John. Well, you don't know nothing about me, mate. You really don't. And like I said, I am a party leader. I'm the National Housing Party, United Kingdom leader of that party. I'm not an independent. I'm a leader of a political party. Just the same as Keir Starmer is the leader of the Labour Party. John Lawrence is the leader of the NHPUK. That's how it is. And we want a national party. We've got candidates in London. We've got candidates in outer London. And we've got me as well in Oldham, in Greater Manchester. We want candidates all over the country. We're going to be opened at, we're going to be applying for the Irish register, so we can be registered in Northern Ireland. And we want people to run as councillors or what, and to step up and start voting, run as councillors, and let's make our country a lot better. I mean, some people disagree with it, but I don't. I mean, it's up to us to call people out. And I will. So what am I being told here? Paul Jarvis on Failsworth Moan is banned from the Old Road Chippy for lecturing over the young. Oh my God, I hate that. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. When you see a grown man over 40 look at your grandniece in the way that they should be looking at her. I've been through that a lot, and it happens a lot as well now. And oh, what nastiness. Morning, Mr. Goddard. That's right, NHPUK. We've got to start somewhere. I want to start there. Our party's a bit more radical, though. I mean, there's no other party that says no more moss. I think UKIP say it for Britain, but you won't get any mainstream parties saying it. We are focused on housing. We are absolutely focused on housing. That's going to be our priority. But in our manifesto, we want whoever joins our party has got to agree with exit the 1951 UN Refugee Convention, and they've got to agree to no more permanent settlement to the United Kingdom from anywhere in the world. That's what they've got to agree to. If you agree with them two, you're quite welcome to be a member of our party. Yes, tea lady, carpet campers. I am Jim Jones, got my councillor gear on, jacket, brogues, flat cap. So the Fails upon, you go to the centre here, you can hear a bit of an echo. I can, of your voice resounding off the walls on the way around. Other people can't, but I can certainly hear the echo there. So yeah, NHPUK, that's my party. I'm party leader. Pat McGuinness is party treasurer. We're very confident that we will get through this time and we'll be ready for the May elections as a political party, bona fide or political party. I've got knocking to do. I've done a bit of knocking last week, got more to do this weekend. I'll be around the Hollins ward. Got to get some leaflets made up. I want 2 rounds of leaflets. I want some out before mid-February and I want the rest out a couple of weeks before voting. But yeah, so I'm looking forward. And I mean, it's up to us to call out people. And if I'm a candidate running an election, I will call out if I think something's wrong or something's offhand, and I will call it out and go through the procedures to call it out. People aren't doing this because we've had like Labour or Conservative running a town, so it's easier for them to cover things up and to get everything going their way. But we're putting independents and other political parties in, it breaks up this kind of control. So you'll have to see, and I can give you I can give you an example. In Sunderland, Keith Jenkins got in under UKIP, and because he got 3 councillors, a lot of the times the vote to do with the council was decided on them people, on the independents, on the UKIP candidates. So they broke up the council's dominant control. And we can do that in other places. We'll end up breaking up the council, breaking that control, and then you'll see things will come back then. You'll see that we'll start getting more stability in our councils and stuff like that. Rather than it being dominated by one group, we'll get more stability. The Labour Party are in a shambles at the moment. And I mean, if you voted Labour, just seriously think about changing your vote to something else. And no, I don't want to vote Conservative. I'll never vote Conservative, but you'll have plenty of chances to vote for an independent candidate, another political party. There's many local political parties. Failsworth Independents, Pride of Oldham and Saddleworth. There's other little political parties around Oldham. Look into who's running and stuff like that in your area. If you need any, I can help you to a point. So if you need any help on candidates, how to look at the elections, page on Oldham Council. It's easy. oldhamcouncil.gov.uk. Look for elections and it'll tell you the past results. When we get ready for the elections in May and they get a proper notifications that are coming, you'll see stuff going up. You'll see your candidates who you can vote for. You can look back at the history of the area. You can look back at the history of who's kept up the Labour. Labour have been in Failsworth for a while. Now they've been moved out by Failsworth Independence. But this is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to go. And I mean, again, and I know people on both sides do this, but I do not do it. I don't have a second account that you can't see my face on. I don't pretend to be anybody else except for John, Adrian, Lawrence. I don't screenshot comments from other pages. I don't pass anything on to anybody like that. I'm absolutely not interested. Now, obviously, I do get, they do slag me off because I've been sent screenshots or whatever, but that's it. They won't do nothing else. They won't come to Oldham. They won't come out to the poll and talk to me. They won't. Nobody will. So who's the winner there? Who's the winner there? So, I mean, I come out, I show my face. These people don't come out and they don't show the faces. There's only one winner as far as I'm concerned, and that's me. That's me. That's Big John. Big John's already winning. Big John's already steps ahead of these low-life trolls who have nothing better to do than call people's names because they disagree with opinion they've got. Pathetic. Pathetic. And I'm not taking any prisoners. This is on both fucking sides. Left and right, enemy or not. Honestly, it's pathetic. People need to grow up. That's what they need to do and be adults and responsible. We're missing that in society. All it is now, oh, get on Facebook, call them a twat, or call them a big nose fucking pecker or something like that. So what? Honestly, boring stuff. Boring stuff. While you're saying that, you can be out knocking on doors, handing leaflets out, talking people into not voting for the Labour Party. That's what you can do. You can be out doing that. But it's really pathetic. Really pathetic. I just don't do it, mate. I don't copy any. I don't go on as an invisible person, go spying on people. I don't do it. I don't do it. It's not got. I've not got the time to do rubbish like that, mate. I haven't got the time. Got to look after my mum and obviously got a political party to run. That's enough. That's enough. But I don't do any of that rubbish. Big John's true. Big John's a true blood. Like you say, a true blood who haven't been bashed. Big John's a true blood because I don't do any of that shit that the trolls do. I don't do any of it. I'm here at Failsworth Paul, calling you out, calling you the fake people you are, calling you out, saying that you don't do nothing to better anything. You don't do nothing to better anything. I want to get into voting. I want to be a local council, try and change the way my town's run, which is a lot more than 99.999% of people I know or I've met are doing. So, you know, and I mean, I'm not being awful. Well, I am being awful. Even to people I know, if you disagree with me, fuck off because I'm running in elections or you're not. Fuck off. I'm a leader of my own political party and you're not. I'm sorry to be so blunt with everyone, but if you can all go on social media, cry about, you're not going to do nothing crying on social media. You're not going to do nothing going to a demo in London with 20,000 other people because you're not doing nothing. You're wasting your money, actually. The best thing to do is network. You network like that, but wasting your money, absolutely, it's not worth the time and effort to go on these big demos. For 90 quid train ticket return to London, you can get about 20,000 leaflets printed out. And then a bit of footwork, you can have all them leaflets through doors. Imagine what you could do if you pulled your finger out and did stuff like that. if you pulled your finger out and went to the Failsworth poll on a Saturday and talked to members of the public about who they vote for and talking about issues in Oldham CSE. Honestly, I'll do it. I'll do it any day long, any day night, me. Put a table out, I can tell you any kind of issue in Oldham. Crime, economics, money, benefits, I can tell you everything there is to do with my time, to do with stuff like that. I might not get things exact, but people will know what I mean. So I'm at the poll, walking around. It's a beautiful day today. It's cold, but it's lovely and sunny. Don't seem like there's any chemtrails in the sky. Can't see one. And we're on a turning circle from Manchester Airport. Where are all them chemtrails? There's not one in the sky there. Not one. So yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm glad that I'm doing something that I think. The thing is, even if I don't get a council seat, they'll have to deal with me for all the voting and that. When we go to the count hall and the votes are being counted, they'll have to deal with me there. If I see something wrong, then I'm going to be pointing it out and writing off to the Electoral Commission about it. They're going to have to deal with me. I'm not going to turn a blind eye. I'm not going to turn a blind eye because I don't want to upset the minority ethnic communities in Oldham. No, I'm fucking going to upset. I'm going to upset the ethnic minority communities in Oldham. You're ripping us off for a start. You're getting away with raping our kids. You're getting away with drug dealing and stuff like that. Nah, that's all going to change. And I mean, to any criminals out there, you must already know that GMP have pushed up and they're attacking and arresting violent criminals and serious criminals. They started doing it. They've been doing it for 2 months. So it doesn't look like they're going to stop, and they'll be arresting people. Honestly, we need to. So yeah, NHPUK forever. We want an affordable home for every citizen. We don't want you paying massive bucks to get your first house. No, you're not going to. It's not going to be like that. If you build, you're going to get bonuses for building up your family and for having kids. You're not going to left in the shithole. We want you. We want our family units back. That's what we want. We want our family units back. So, I'd like there to be within the party. And if I came in power, I'd like to be bonuses for keeping a family together. I would. I want something for these people who are going to commit to having families and stuff like that. You're going to get something. But at the moment, it's all against us now. It's all against us for having families, as you all know. You can't have a lot of kids because you've got to work. We can't afford them. The government are on it. You only get money for 2 children at the moment. But that's not stopped the Muslims having 10 kids. And what is it? Oldham's benefit bill is 500 million a year. And that's not because of Failsworth. It's not because of Lees or Saddleworth. It's because of the areas around the centre of Oldham that are full of immigrants. I'm not going to say there's loads of white people there, because there isn't. I'd be lying if I said that Oldham town centre is majority white when it's not. And that benefit bill is coming from them areas. Coldhurst, Werneth, Alexandra Ward, 3 of the most poorest wards in the United Kingdom, them. And they're not dominated by white people. We're appeasing. We give money to these. We give money to Coldhurst for a women's centre to get women back into work. The most misogynistic, politically correct ward in the UK. Women don't work because they don't want the women to work. No matter how much money you throw at them, they're still not going to work. And all they're going to do is suck up our benefits. So we've got £500 million benefit bill a year. So that means an increase in your council tax. That means that Oldham's council tax is one of the highest in the country. So you lot better get fucking paying your council tax. That's what you better do. Because Oldham Council need that council tax because they haven't got any other kind of money. You know what Oldham Council are like? This is Oldham Council where the people on the market had to keep paying rent on the stalls when they were closed down because of coronavirus. That's Oldham. That's Oldham Council. We used to have our own Crown Court, our own magistrates. None of that now. We used to have little police stations around the board. We don't have any of that now because all the money is going in supporting them poor communities. And we keep accepting immigration in with a permanent settlement. So you're a Bengali woman, you can just go over to Bangladesh, marry a man and bring you back. You don't have to speak English, don't have to know any of our values, don't have to have lived here for so long. None of that. None of that. None of that. Christian country, there's none of that. None of that. And religious buildings, I don't care what religion you're from, I have a low tolerance of religion. A low tolerance and a big discussion just to allow Christianity into my party, right? So we're a Christian country. That's what we are. I think that, and many other people think. So that's the dominant religion. No more mosque building. No more synagogue building. No more Indian temple building. We're not having any religious buildings built except for Christianity. That's our party. I know it sounds a bit hardcore, but it's all right in every other country around the world, but it's not all right in England. How's that? How's that other countries can have their identity, but England can't? Our identity is under attack all the time. All the time. Churchill, our greatest national hero, is being attacked. He's under attack from the left, from the right, from the FNATs, from the socialists. And you lot just carry on. Just remember all the sacrifices. I don't know about you lot, but my mum were in the war. My mum was born in 1936, so she had the ration book. She knows what bombs are like and all that lot. And a lot of people just seem to forget all that happened. World War II, just seem to forget it. Now there is evidence that we shouldn't have gone to war. I agree, but we did. Or we might all be speaking Zihile, or all there with little mustaches on, and only the blonde and blue-eyed people left. So all you've got brown eyes and black hair, you'd all be sent off to the concentration camps. That could have happened, but it didn't. So our national hero, Churchill, everyone, lots of people adore, just under attack all the time. And this is going to carry on unless we fight back, unless we stand up. Our own values are under attack. The white man's under attack in the UK. Can't say that. I cannot say that he isn't under attack because I see lots of evidence of it. You know, we had other communities that integrated well, but a lot of the communities here, especially within that last 20 years, are not integrating into our society, not integrating. They think they can bring the backwards, third world, cultural things here. East Street, Bury, Sir Hussein burnt to death. Nothing in the papers. Not one thing in the papers. And just recently there was a kid killed by black parents. Hardly anything said. But yet them two girls, those two white girls who killed that kid, that baby, that was all over the news. Why hasn't the others been all over the news? Is it something different? Is it because one's white and one's black? We shouldn't have this political correctness rubbish. I'll be putting a stamp out on political correctness. I'll be telling him in Oldham Council what I think. I've got a draft up email to every councillor and every MP in Oldham, and I'll tell them what I think. They can call me names and stuff like that, but you've got to remember, you've got to be able to prove what you're saying. You can't just say because I was here, I'm that kind of person. If that comes down to it, then a root Shah, you will get directly, I'll be walking around with a banner showing who your best mates are. Kidnappers, sexual torturers, drug dealers. What's your brother's a druggie as well? I'll be bringing all that up if you even once mention anything where I've been. We're not having it. We're not having it. With people of Oldham, you've got to stick up. You've got to stick up for yourselves. Otherwise, your values, your towns, Your town's already in the pits. Remember, Oldham's one of the worst towns. It's one of the worst towns, poorest, worst destitute towns in the UK, and has been for years. We've got a £500 million benefit bill a year, one of the highest in the country. We've got one of the highest council taxes in the country. Why do you think all that is? While the rest of Oldham's just poor. All Oldham's just poor. So I come, all these things are high. It's to pay for all the poorness. It's to pay for all the money that's being ripped off us. Well, I pointed out to 2 schools that are not schooling kids properly in Oldham. And they're both ethnic minority schools. And they're not schooling children properly. They're not even learning English when they come out of the school. Hang on a minute, they live in England, they go to a school and they're not learning English when they come out. I don't get it. I really just, no, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it one little bit. Not one little bit. Right, anyway, I've had enough. I've had enough ranting. I'm in Failsworth. I'm at the pole. It's a glorious day today. I can't see any chemtrails. Not one in the sky. Not one. Well, I mean, it might be because of the temperature of the atmosphere is why you can't see them chemtrails. But I don't want to go into it too much. But no one ever says that to me. No one ever points out that at a certain height, the air pressure, how cold it is. No one can tell me that details, but they think there's still chemtrails in the sky. Once you can tell me how high a plane is, the air temperature, the air speed, the pressure, the air pressure. Once you can tell me all that, then I'll believe you. But until then, I'm not going to believe you. Nothing about chemtrails, just looking up in the sky. And I'm not going to believe it. And even if they're pushing out poison in a plane, they poison us anyway because plane fuel is like car fumes. Carbon monoxide kills. So the planes are blasting all that out above you, even without any poisons in. But anyway, that's my opinion. Big John here, and I'm at Failsworth Pole, and I'm off. Gonna go for a brew. White night, why that is because of the temperature. It's because of the temperature. It is because of the temperature. Summer, you'll see them all day long. You won't see them now because of the temperature and because of the angle of the sun. You're not going to see some of the thingies, but that's just a little bit of stuff I know, but it doesn't make no difference. They're still poisonous. But anyway, I'm going. Big John here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm live tomorrow, 8 p.m. with Truth and Rights TV. And we did a show the other week. We're talking about the next Prime Minister of England. Crime as well, honour violence. And I'm going to be picking out a couple of passages of... I'm going to be talking about the child sexual exploitation in Oldham. But yeah, thank you very much. I'm at the pole. It's now 12:25. I'm off. We're going to go and have a brew. But thank you for tuning in, everyone. Please share. George Benson, honestly, history does repeat if we don't learn from the past, and we are lied to about the past problem. George, I'm absolutely with you that. I'm absolutely with you, and I've always said this. If we erase history, we're doomed to repeat the mistakes we made back then. If we erase history, it's going to happen again, isn't it? And it already is. The lefties are ultimate racists in the end. Not the nationalists, it's the lefties who are the racists. But yeah, it's happening. It's happening, and I totally agree with that. Totally. Yes, Clive. Of course, Klaus, 2 years ago, we went to Manchester, and Manchester, Deansgate is one of the most polluted streets in Greater Manchester. And I had to wear a mask. I feel it on my chest every time I go to Manchester because I'm a mild asthmatic. So as soon as I get into the city, London, Manchester, I can feel it on my chest. And I've always felt it on my chest like that. But anyway, I'm going, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, 8 p.m. tomorrow night. I've already put a link up and I'll be flicking it around. Thank you, Alistair. Thank you. I'm good, sir. Thank you very much, everyone. Not really. It's sunny. The sun's out, Alistair. It's cold, but the sun's out. But I'm going. Thank you, guys. Thank you.